So we'll begin just up in a seated position, and you can take your bolster if it feels better and sort of just take it underneath your butt. It might make it feel just a little bit nicer for your back and a little bit nicer for the hips. So when you sit on your bolster, you don't have to, but just see how that feels. Wiggle your butt a little bit more forward, yeah, so that you're like, I don't know, you're kind of just perching on it, would you say? Yeah, or just like leaning against it a little bit, yeah. And this just helps us to open the front of the body and to lengthen the spine rather than when we sort of sit flat on our butt. This sort of things happens, the shoulders roll, then the neck leans back, and we really compress the space through the front of the body. So by sitting up a little, it just seems to lengthen everything out. And by having more space in here, it's going to be a lot easier for us to breathe effortlessly. So give the shoulders a nice little roll up to the ears, and then relax them down. And again like that, all the way up, and then relax them down. Just let the hands fall wherever feels nice for you. It doesn't matter. Palms could be down, palms could be up, palms could be here, whatever feels more natural or nice to you. And then tuck the chin a little bit towards the chest without letting the shoulders roll forward, and allow your eyes to close. So even if you're tempted to stay peeking, or to have just one eye a tiny little bit open so you can see what's going on, see if you can resist that urge, and just close the eyes. Just start to notice what's going on inside of your body, how it feels to sit here, where you might be holding tension. See if you can lengthen the spine just a little. And then see if you can bring your attention towards your breath. And just notice how the breath moves in and out of your body, in and out of the lungs. Are you more dominant in your inhale or your exhale? Doesn't matter if you are, but just see with this awareness on your breath if you can try and smooth it out. Try and even it out. So it's this constant and steady stream of breath continuously flowing in and out. By focusing on the breath, this is the easiest way to connect body and mind together. The quickest way that you can become really present. Letting go of everything that's happened today. Really allowing yourself to be here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Side out through the mouth. And we're going to make our way into child's pose. So any way you like, just come forward. You can keep the eyes closed if you want. The knees are either together or apart. Hands are either out in front or down by the sides. Whatever feels best. Hey, Shaya. Come on, babe. Oh, the wrong shoes. Oh, sorry, I ain't going. Totally fine. Do you want to just go in here? Yeah. Is this what you love here? Yes. I like your shoes. Pretty. And so in your child's pose, if there's any tension or like tightness through the front of the knees, just let me know, because we can take your bolster and place it like behind the knees. This just relieves any tension or pressure there. Or if you feel anything in the lower back, just let me know and we can take the bolster out in front of you. How do your knee feel, Sue? That's okay? Cool. Awesome. And then let the body rest here really effortlessly. So there's no strain.
He's in the room.
No, sorry. Fine, don't be. So if your head doesn't comfortably reach the mat, please let me know and we can place a block underneath it so that way the neck can start to relax. The muscles can start to release. My block. Yeah? Alright, so maybe we take the block out in front. So we can even lay on like that, see how that feels. Or we can place it in here, like behind the back of your legs. Right. Yeah, and see how that one feels. It's alright. Better. Awesome. So still focusing on that slow and steady breath. Remembering that that is the most important thing that you can do tonight. Doesn't matter what your poses look like. Never going to matter. Matters that you're breathing consistently, that you're being mindful of your body. You're not pushing past any of the sensations or feelings. You're respecting them. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Inside out through the mouth. We're taking a little bit of a side stretch here. So reach your hands all the way out in front. And then you're just going to walk your hands as far to the right as comfy. So if you go into someone else's mat, that's totally okay. Good. I'm going to go to the left side, go the same way as you guys. Yeah. Then keep your butt connected to your heels and just relax back down in your forward fold. So if the head doesn't come towards the ground, that's totally okay. But if it doesn't feel nice for your neck, just let me know and I can take the block and put it underneath your forehead. Hands here, babe. Put your hands here. Yeah. So we're just opening up the left side of the body here. You can adjust your knees however you need to so that it feels more comfy for you. And go just as far as it feels good. Alright? You don't need to go further. There's no benefit of that. We just want to feel that gentle opening. Take a deep breath in. And then sigh it out. And then we make our way to the other side. So slowly walk back through center. Different side. So maybe you'll be more open this side. Maybe it'll be a little tighter. So just go slow. Don't skip over anything. There's not or no need to be in a rush to get anywhere. Just go to where you feel it. And then breathe into that. This opening and this length on the right side of your body. Just feel your breath consistent and full. So the mind being as busy as it is probably keeps ping-ponging from one thing to another, and that's totally fine. Just each and every time that you notice that you're not present, you're not focused on what it is that you're doing, just come back to your breath. Notice whether it be your inhale or your exhale and see if you can really connect to that. Just take a deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. On your inhale, nice and slowly, come back to center and make your way onto your hands and knees. So bringing the wrists underneath your elbows, your knees near enough underneath your hips. The knees can be a little bit wider if that feels nicer for your lower back, but just try and bring the wrists underneath the shoulders because that's better for the shoulders. Yeah. And then spread the fingers as wide as they will go. Good. Press the ground away from you, so it's almost like you want to lengthen your arms and draw your belly in. Toes are tucked or untucked, it doesn't really matter, but see if you can squeeze the inner thighs a little bit more together and then lengthen out by pressing the head forward and the butt back. So nothing really moves, but we sort of just visualize getting a little bit more length in the sides of the body. Yeah. And so keeping strong through the fingers, cat-cow pose we'll do now, which is 2 movements and we'll link them together. So using our breath, On the inhale, you'll drop your belly and stick your butt up. But just notice if you sort of collapse into the shoulders here and stay nice and strong through the fingers. And on the exhale, we'll round the spine, bring the chin into the chest and draw the belly up nice and high, feeling that release through the upper back. And so using your inhale breath, you'll come back again into the cow pose. Yeah, perfect, Shaya. Sticking the butt up nice and high, looking just a little bit forward, and then on the exhale, we'll round. So it's just the two movements, just the rolling of the spine, and see if you can flow with your own breath. So when you inhale, you'll feel the chest come forward and that release in the lower back. And then when you exhale, you'll draw the belly button in nice and high, chin to chest, and really arch up, like angry cat. Feel all right? No. Okay, so not that one. How does it feel in the tabletop, like if you just stay on your hands and knees without making the movements?
It's not too bad now.
Yeah? All right, because that's where it could be the dipping, is it? Or yeah, we don't want to cause anything. Yeah, is that the one? Yeah. So just stay nice and straight through the spine. Does it feel better if you separate your knees a little bit? Is that okay? Yep. Yeah? All right, and then draw your belly in and stay strong through your arms. So that way it'll give a little bit more protection through here. Yeah? And the minute or the second that you feel it, come out. Yeah? Cool. Perfect, guys. Good. So coming back into hands and knees, the spine is nice and straight. Good. We'll come to a half balancing table pose. So all we're doing is just lifting the right leg. Doesn't matter how high you lift it up. Doesn't even matter if you lift it at all. The right toes could still be on the ground, yeah? We just want to feel that energy and activation through the right leg. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And then on the exhale, bend your right knee, bring it into the chest. Yeah. Let's hug it in nice and tight. Nice, guys. On the exhale, extend back. On the inhale, extend back. Nice. Exhale, knee into your chest. So slow, steady, controlled movements. One more. Inhale. Nice. And exhale, draw the knee in, maybe arching a little bit through the spine. Yeah. Good. Inhale and extend. Perfect. This exhale, right heel, right bum. Yeah. So the more you lift your right knee, is that all right? The more of a thigh stretch you'll get. As soon as you let the knee sort of dip, you might not feel much of a stretch, so lift it up just until you feel it. Option to stay here, or if you want to reach the left hand around to grab hold of the toes, you are more than welcome. Remembering it doesn't matter what it looks like. Yeah. And we know they're there, right? It's like, come on. So even if you just, trust yourself enough to lift your hand up just for a second, yeah? Or maybe you don't, it doesn't matter. It's all options because we're different. So it's going to feel different for everybody. Perfect, guys. Deep breath in. And exhale to lower everything down. Yeah. If you got any cramps in your butt or your hips just then, just give the hips a little sway from side to side, and that sort of just loosens out. Yeah. Good. So we come to the other side. We're going to straighten the left leg out, nice and slow. Different side, so go slowly. Notice where you're distributing your weight. Fingertips are really spread. Yeah. Deep breath in. And then on the exhale, knee to nose, hug it in. Yeah, perfect. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to hug in. Nice, guys. Inhale, length. Slow and steady. Last one. Exhale, draw in. Keep your arms just as strong as they need to be. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, bend the knee. Left heel, left butt. Yeah. So just lift the knee as much as it feels good for you. Yeah, different side. If it feels okay, you might want to reach the right hand behind. Reach for your toes. And if you grab your toes or not, doesn't matter. So maybe you just reach for them, yeah? It's just about trying different things and seeing how it feels. Then making the choice for yourself, whether it is for you or whether it isn't. Good, guys. Deep breath in. And exhale to release. All right. Yep. Give the hips another little sway if that feels nice. Good. We're coming back into child's pose, but a nice wide one this time. So bring your big toes to touch and take the knees as wide as feels comfortable. Yeah. And then reach the hands out in front. Now, if anything doesn't feel right in the hips or in the lower back, take your bolster, place it either in the back of your knees or out in front for your belly to rest on. And then let your body rest back. Just notice your breath. If you've totally forgotten about it for a while, that's totally okay. Just come back now. See if you can slow it down. See if you can smooth it out. Does this feel all right for you?
Yeah, this one's
Yeah, you're not in pain? No, perfect.
I'll stop remembering.
Okay, good. I'm very happy. So see if you can relax your butt back just a little further. Not pushing or forcing, but just encouraging the tightness and any tensions to dissolve. Feel your breath slow and deep, even and full. And take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Okay, so we're going to come into a tricep sort of stretch here, guys. So with your bolster, just come up onto your hands and knees. I was a little bit slow to get them all to the front. We're going to use the bolster as like a support or a prop for our elbows. So I don't know, the pose is called shark pose, I think. I just learned that one. I don't know if that's what it is. I'll get you a blanket in a minute, Mum. So we're going to use the bolster to rest our elbows on so we can sort of get a release and a stretch down this part of the arm and through the upper back. So you'll wiggle yourself close enough so that your elbows can rest on it, and you'll be in like a child's pose-ish sort of pose. Yeah. And then you'll let the head fall down. If it doesn't reach, let me know. We take a block. And let the hands come back towards your shoulder blades, I guess, rather than leaning forward. So it mightn't feel like much to start with. Could you feel me coming? It mightn't feel like much to start with. But the point of this pose is to get deeper into the body. So we stay still for a little longer. We just breathe. Any pain at all in any part of your body, please let me know. We can adjust the pose. You never have to be in pain. Your right shoulder. Yeah. Take this one. Yeah. And then just come with your elbows on the ground. Does that feel better? Yeah. Yeah? So don't question what your body is telling you if it's pain. If it's slight discomfort, or if it's a feeling you don't really like, maybe just stay with it a little bit longer to see what it is. Rather than immediately react to those things that we don't like. We can be a little hasty, a little quick to judge or make rash decisions. Maybe we could just stay with it for one more breath. You're okay? And just see. See if you can make your breath a little slower, a little deeper. See if you can soften through the hips and release through the lower back. See if you can accept exactly what you're feeling in this pose. Your perceived limitations, the good feelings, the feelings you label as bad. if you can just breathe. Awesome little sharks. Let's take one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. And so lengthen the arms all the way out in front. Keep the bolster where it is. If it's in front of your elbows, you might need to drag it back a little bit. And we're just going to come forward so that the bolster is under our hips. So you may need to adjust a little bit. And then bring the hands out in front. So there's going to be lots of degrees of how it feels good for people in this pose. The further your hands are away from you, the gentler the back bend. So Denise, just be careful with this one. You might want to take the bolster away completely. Anything going on with backs, it might not feel good to have the bolster here. The further up you have your hands, the deeper the stretch for your back is going to be. So if you feel your glute muscles like cling on, probably means you've gone a little bit far today. They're trying to, I guess, compress to protect your back. You want to feel nice and soft through the back of the body, but active through the front of the body. So the belly in, maybe lifting the knees just a little bit so the quads engage. Yeah. Doesn't feel good on your hands, you come onto your elbows. Maybe that feels better. If it doesn't feel good on your elbows, you can come all the way flat out, yeah? So it's not going to be a super long pose, but we just want to get a little bit more space through the front of the body, this way and this way, yeah? So with the shoulders back, drop your chin to your chest and see if you can not worry about what anyone else is doing. Worry about what you're doing. It feels all right. Yeah, we'll get this one away. Yeah.
I'll leave it.
So you can lay just flat on your belly if you like.
Okay.
Yeah. If that's too much though, let me know. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes, usually on your back though, it might feel nicer to have it pushing away depending on what way your disc is bulging though. So. And then reach the hands out in front because that might be still too much here, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? So reach your arms all the way out in front. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? And then just breathe. That's it. You don't have to do anything. So never put your body in pain, guys. It should feel nice. Like this nice stretching and opening. See if you can breathe a little slower, a little deeper, a little more controlled. Awesome. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Use your inhale to come back to tabletop, hands and knees. So nice and slowly, all the way back up. Slide your bolster out just to the side. That's probably where we'll need it next. Yeah. And come to a side plank pose. So straighten the right leg out, like we sort of did that half balancing table at the start. And then take the foot so that it's fully on the ground. Your toes will be facing like that-ish way, I guess, if we're going in a circle. Yeah. So you put a little more weight in the left hand, a little less weight in the right hand. Good. So you've still got your right hand there for support as you start to open your hips up, and then the right hand reaches all the way up towards the sky. So go slow. Yeah. The gaze down on your mat will be the best, I guess, gaze for balance. The further you look up, the more you challenge your balance. So you choose. See if you can keep both legs nice and active and both arms nice and active. Sweet, guys. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, reach the right hand forward. So your right upper arm will come close to your right ear. Yeah. Just notice though if your right shoulder dips a little, open the chest a little bit more towards the side. Perfect, guys. Inhale, reach high. And exhale all the way back down to tabletop. Yeah, and then we just move to the other side. So straighten the left leg. So nice and slow. Drop the foot down so the whole foot is flat on the ground. Yeah. And then when you're ready, the left hand starts to inhale up. Only if you're ready. The left hand never has to leave the ground. You're still getting that opening in the hip. You're still getting the benefits, yeah? So you choose where it feels good for you. And it's the same with your gaze. If there is any tension in the neck by looking up, well, don't. Look down. Keep the breath flowing. Keep the energy even by not letting the top arm relax too much. Take a deep breath in and then exhale to lower down. Back onto your hands and knees. Yeah. Any little wiggle with the hips that feels nice, go for it. So coming into hero pose from here, there's lots of different variations for this one. You want to bring your knees together. Yeah, and then just slowly sit your body back. So it's going to be really stretchy through here. You might want to take your bolster and wedge it underneath your butt. Yeah, and that will decrease the angle in the knee. So the more the knee angle is decreased, the less, I guess, sort of strong the stretch is going to be. Yeah, I've got a few blocks too if the bolster doesn't feel great, but I think they're nice and meaty, so it might feel all right. Yeah. So from here, you want to keep the knees as close together as comfy. The toes are untucked and they're just kind of by the sides of your body. This could be plenty from us sitting so much every day. These muscles get so tight, yeah? So if this is enough, just stay. Hands on thighs, chin to chest, and allow the eyes to close. If you think, oh, maybe I could go a little bit more, you can bring the hands back behind you. Keep your butt tucking under, yeah. And you can use your hands for support. So if you notice your shoulders slumping forward though, just see if you can open the chest up a little, yeah? If you want to go further again, maybe you come onto your elbows. Probably will only go this far today because if the bolster is underneath you, it's not going to feel good to come back any further. Yeah. We're all different. We have long arms, we have short arms, we have long quads, we have short quads, we have tight quads, we have loose quads. Feel all right in the feet? We have tight feet and untight feet. So don't be too concerned about where you're going in the pose. Be concerned that you're treating your body with the respect. Of course you can. Yeah. There you go. All the way back. How do you feel here?
That's fine.
Yeah?
That's
That, so I'm going to put this block under here. Yeah. Might take the pressure off your foot a little.
no.
No? What about this one?
Yep.
Yeah? Perfect.
Yeah.
And then if it still doesn't, just straighten your leg out in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that will take all the pressure off. Good. So if you have gone a far way back, it doesn't feel good for the neck, please let me know. I'll place a block underneath there. Is that all right? Now, this one is a really challenging pose. And if you let your mind and your thoughts sort of interfere, it's going to become more challenging and harder. And it will trick you and be like, oh my God, it's so hard. It hurts. It's horrible. I hate it. When are we going to move on? But if you can just stay calm, stay with your breath, and allow those feelings, allow those sensations to be felt. We mightn't necessarily like them, but just give them a chance. You feel okay? Yeah. Just breathe. Be patient as your muscles relax, as they lengthen. Be patient as your body begins to open. And the energy can start to flow a little bit more freely. Any emotions that we've stored or have trapped might start to release. Obviously, if it's pain, move immediately. If it's not pain, if it's just uncomfort, stay. Take one deep breath, last deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good heroes. And then slowly resist the urge to be like, yes, it's over. Just slowly come out of it and crawl back onto your hands and knees. Good. Keep your gaze on your own mat and then just move anything that needs to be moved. It could be a little sway from side to side. Could be circles with the hips. It might feel nice to straighten one leg out at a time. Your body will let you know. Awesome. So in your tabletop, just take your hands a little bit more further forward. just a little bit. And really important in this one that we spread the fingers super, super wide. So we're coming to downward dog, but we want the weight to be spread evenly through the hand, not just on the wrist. So really make an effort to spread the fingers and press them all down. Now tuck your toes under, all of them, all 10 of them. Yeah, deep breath in, and deep breath out. And on the inhale, start to lift the knees off of the ground. And on the exhale, lift your butt all the way up. So you're in like a triangle or a V shape. Yeah. If it doesn't feel amazing, come back to tabletop. Keep your heels lifted. Keep your knees a little bit bent. And then see if you can press your chest a little bit further back towards your thighs. Any movement that you want to do, and you'll feel it in your body. It'll be like, oh, I just want to bend one knee and straighten one. Then do it. You might sway your hips from side to side. Remember we said at the start of the class, you cannot do this wrong. You cannot move wrong. So long as you're tuning into your breath and listening to your body. Honour and respect what it's telling you. It's way smarter than me. It knows you way better than I do. So never ignore that. Keep your gaze towards the back of your mat so the neck stays nice and long. Feel the arms just as strong as they need to be. Did your hamstrings feel all right?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
They're good? All right.
Well,
Keep your, no, you're doing everything perfect. You keep your hands where they are. Just lift your butt higher towards us. Yes. Is that all right?
Yep.
Yeah?
Good.
Awesome. All right, take a deep breath in. And deep breath out. Does that feel okay?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. And so from here, guys, we're coming to the top of the mat, but we're going to do it as slowly as we can. So take a deep breath in and lift the heels super high. And then on the exhale, just walk 1 foot at a time, all the way to the top, yeah? So that's whatever that means to you. That's however that looks to you. However you want to get to the top of your mat, that's how you get there. So you're in a forward fold. Take the feet a little wider than hip distance, parallel to each other. And then just let the body fold down. So keep the knees nice and bent. Yeah, it's probably not going to feel great with super straight legs. Anything going on with your lower back, please, please, please let me know. We can place your bolster on your thighs and you can sort of like hug it in. Bring your feet. That feels all right.
It feels fine.
It feels okay? Yeah. Good.
I'm stuck, but I'm fine.
Well, you can come all the way down and come up that way if you prefer.
All the way down?
Yeah, like onto your butt, and then if you want to come back to standing that way, so you're in more of like a this position. Yeah, rather than this sort of position. Yeah. We want to keep you a little bit more upright. Yeah, that's it. That's good. Is that all right?
Yep.
Use your hands for support. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise you can use your forearms for support. Yeah. How's that feel? Yeah? Good. So everyone just let your head dangle. Do whatever you want with your arms. They can hang out in front. They can hold on to opposite elbows. Either in front of the shins or behind. You can have a little sway from side to side if it feels nice. Yeah. Or just have a little peek towards your feet. Make sure they're parallel towards each other. Good one. And let the hands relax out in front. Bend the knees a ton. Good. So peek a little forward and lift the chest. And then we're coming up to standing with the power in our legs, our spine nice and neutral. No tension on the neck. The arms all the way up. Take the gaze high. And exhale, hands into the center. Sorry about the tree. Interlace the fingers. Good. Press the palms forward. Inhale all the way up. On the exhale, side bend towards your right. So just take the hands over to the right and press the hips a little bit to the left. Great. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale over, keeping the front of your body as open as you can. Yeah. Inhale to center. And exhale, hands come down by the sides. Good. Interlacing your fingers the opposite way. So naturally they would have just gone in whichever way is more comfy. Do it the opposite way. Yeah. And then inhale, press the hands forward and up. Good. See if you can reach a little higher this time and press the feet in a little more. On the exhale, side bend to the right again. Maybe press the hips just a little bit to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale all the way over opposite side. Perfect. Inhale to center. And exhale, hands come down by the sides. Cool. So we've got a balancing one now. It's so much more challenging on the grass and on the mats because it's not too stable, but it doesn't matter if we fall or not. It doesn't matter if we fall. So it's a variation of dancer's pose. You want to find something, I've got you, Denise, go in the middle. You want to find something at eye level that's not moving much. Maybe it's just moving a little bit. So, have you got Shaya?
Yeah, I got necklace.
It's your focal point that you want to sort of look at but not see it. And you kind of want to stare at it but still blink, yeah? So it's just like a nice soft gaze, something that you can focus on. Transfer your weight into your right leg, yeah? And then the left knee, we're going to bend it and hold on with the left hand, yeah? So start with the knees together. This could be plenty. We're already balancing on one leg. That's already an achievement in itself. On grass, outside, things that are moving. Nice. You can bring the right hand into the center of the chest, yeah? Or you can bring the right hand behind you and hold on to your left foot. So maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you're here. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Maybe you use your daughter as support. Yeah. So for balancing, it doesn't matter where the leg is. We just want to lift it up. So even if you bring both hands to your hips and just play around with... No, don't go far at all. Just, even if it's for a second, and then bring it back down. And that goes for anyone. Like, it doesn't matter how long your leg is up for. It's just the fact that we're giving it a go. And just seeing with a calm mind, a full, deep breath, where things maybe once were really murky and really wobbly, chaotic, we can start to find a little bit more stillness. And we might fall 1 billion times. Doesn't matter. You just come up 1,000,001. Deep breath in. And exhale to release. Roll out that ankle. Good job, leg. And then we go to the other side. So I might already have an idea of what you think is going to happen on this side. Just see if you can wipe that. It's a fresh start. It's a different side. Start to transfer your weight into the left leg and then just bend the right knee. So you might hold on to your foot. You might miss it and you just keep attempting. That's all we can ask for. You might bring the left hand into the center of the chest. You might hold on to your foot. Doesn't matter. Steady gaze out in front. If you notice you're not breathing, please just take a breath in and then let it go. See if you can lengthen through the spine a little. See if you can become a little taller and breathe a little deeper. Maybe you close your eyes on this side because you're so balanced and see what that does. If you wobble and if you fall out, maybe you laugh. Then we realise it's only yoga. It's not so serious. Last deep breath in. And exhale to release. Good, give the foot a little roll out. Nice, guys. Then take the feet wide, toes are out, heels are in. Probably hip distance, maybe not any wider. We'll see when we come down, our little Indo squat. Take a deep breath in and reach the hands wide. On the exhale, sit all the way down. Yeah, little frog squat. If the heels are touching, amazing. If the heels are not touching, amazing also. It doesn't matter. This one here, Denise, is where we're coming to next. So it doesn't matter what part of your feet are on the ground, yeah? So long as it feels good. If it doesn't feel nice, please let me know. We can put some blocks underneath them. And then it's easier to balance. So this feels all right for your knee? Yep, this is enough. Good, perfect. It's going to be easier to bring the chest forward and the butt back because that will counterbalance us. But just see if you can start to lift up a little bit. It might feel like you're going to rock back. It doesn't matter. It's not far. The grass is soft. And then lift up a little bit more. Does that feel all right for you, Sandy? Like that? Yeah. Perfect. Good. Your elbows are just there to encourage the knees open. They're not forcing them. Yeah. You want it to feel nice. And then let your glute muscles relax. But let the chest lift. Yeah, deep breath in. And then exhale. Sit all the way down, yes. Soles of the feet together, into the butterfly. And then like we started in a seated position, just notice if you like sit on the meaty part of your butt and let the chest roll forward. We want to kind of reverse that and sit up taller. So you want openness through the front of the body and length in the sides of the body. Little pulses just to release. Good one, guys. Now coming into a forward fold, just take your bolster. You might want to place it, it's not really good for your little blankie bolster. Yeah. It might be sort of just on your feet. That will help to keep the feet down and just give them a little bit of support. So when we come to our forward fold, maybe the belly comes onto that. You might take your bolster like into the chest like this. So then that way when you come to forward fold, your head will rest on it. It will be depending on how it feels for your hips and how it feels for your back. So I know for me for forward fold, it doesn't feel great. So having the bolster like that way, yeah, and you kind of like hug into it. Then when you fold, you've got all that support. Yeah, if you can sort of get the idea of what I mean with my blankie bolster, yeah. So otherwise, it's there or out in front or it's nowhere to be seen. It doesn't matter. And then with the chin tucked into the chest, we're just going to start to allow the body to fold forward with no effort. No effort at all. So you want to be nice and soft, no forcing. As soon as we start to force, you might feel like the lower back sort of like tense and tighten. That's the opposite of what we want to achieve here. We want length and we want space. Your body wants to know that you're supporting it. So if we try and force it and fight with it to get into a position just because we want it into that position, it's not going to respond in a positive way because it's going to be like, I'm trying to tell you that's not good for me, but you're not listening. It doesn't matter how far you forward fold. Just let gravity do the work. You don't have to do anything. Use the bolster to support you. Let your head be heavy. Let your breath be full. Maybe even allow your eyes to be closed. Whatever is coming up for you, allow yourself to feel it. If your mind is super drifty, wandery, it's totally okay. Just choose not to attach to those thoughts for the moment. Instead, breathe. Just take one more deep breath in. And slow breath out. On your inhale, start to slowly rise back up. Just take a little peek behind, make sure you've got enough space behind you. We're coming all the way back onto our backs. So as slowly and as gently as you can, there's no need to sort of like flop and flail around. Just be gentle with yourself. Move what needs to be moved so you can come to lay flat on your backs and then draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a little hug. Maybe you give yourself, is that chair in the way, Denise?
No, that's right.
You're all right?
Yep.
Can you lay down? Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, good. Are you sure? I kind of want to wiggle you a little forward, don't I? Or move the chair a little over.
No,
You're
right.
okay?
I'm okay.
All right.
I
I don't want you to get like a splinter in the side of your head. It's not going to be relaxing at all.
You're all right.
Okay. So if it feels nice to have a little rock from side to side, just have a little rock from side to side. See if you can keep your whole back supported on the mat though, so your tailbone stays down and with the chin tucked slightly, then the cervical spine, the back of your neck, is resting on the mat as well. So our final pose before our final pose is happy baby. You can stay exactly as you are if this feels nice for you. Otherwise, bring your knees out wide, yeah, and then take the soles of the feet up towards the sky. So your knees are bent sort of into like your underarms, I guess, or the sides of your body. This will be where the lower back starts to round and your butt lifts off of the ground. So then see if you can just drop your bum down. Doesn't matter where you hold on to. If you have your feet, awesome. If you have the back of your calves or your thighs, awesome. Keep the head down. Does this feel alright for you? Yeah?
It's all right.
It's okay?
Yep.
Yeah? How does this feel?
Better.
And then flex your toes. Yeah. Yep. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then the knees a little bit. Yeah. Good. Awesome. If it feels nice and you're happy, baby, to take little rocks from side to side, take little rocks from side to side. Happy, just like a little baby, right? Allow your eyes to close. See if you can keep them closed from here on out. We really slow everything down. You rock for as long as you want to rock. When you're done with your happy baby pose, just gently draw the knees back into the chest. Give yourself one last final hug in. One last little squeeze. And do it like you mean it. Like it's not like a half-hearted, like, yeah, squeeze. Give yourself a hug. Squeeze it in. See if you can tighten up into a teeny tiny little ball. And take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, just let your whole body unravel and come to lay flat on the mat in your Shavasana. You can take your bolster underneath your ankles or the back of your knees if that feels better for your lower back. You can take the soles of the feet flat on the ground. That might feel better for your lower back. Just slide it underneath. Just takes the pressure off, yeah? How's that?
No, can't move.
No? Have you got a cramp?
No, it's the back.
Does it feel better on your side? If you roll over and place the bolster in between your knees.
I'll slowly go down.
Slowly? Okay. Alright, I'll bring another bolster for you too. So you want to make sure that you're the comfiest that you could possibly be. Any last little adjustments? Any last little movements or wiggles? Just let yourself get it out of your system. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm and pace. And let your whole body just soften down. slowly start to deepen your breath. If you did drift off or leave in any way, just use your breath to start to come back to this moment. Feeling that fullness of the breath, effortless. The mind calm and clear. The body restored, replenished. And maybe the heart just a little more open. Feeling this connection that you have to body, mind and breath. Everything in harmony. Starting to make little movements with your fingers, with your toes. Gently reawakening the body. Maybe bring the arms all the way overhead. And point the toes all the way towards the front as you lengthen out entirely. Draw the knees into the chest. And if you can keep your eyes closed, as you roll over onto whichever side feels best for you. Just whichever side, doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong. Just let the body roll. And then just allow yourself to pause here. Not needing to be in a rush, to be anywhere, to think anything, to do anything. But just allowing those feelings of peacefulness, restfulness, to stay with you, washing over you. And when you're ready, use your hands as slowly and as gently as you can to press yourself up. Come to sit in any way that's comfortable. Keeping the eyes closed, or at least keeping them soft and heavy. And connect the palms together in the center of the chest. And just bow your head towards your heart. So you honor and respect the teacher that is within you and within all experience. Bring your thumbs and connect them to your third eye. May your thoughts always be calm and clear. And then bring your thumbs to rest on your lips. May you speak words that are kind and that are true. And then bring the thumbs to once again rest at the center of the chest. So that may you always act from a place of love and from a place of peace. Namaste. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming and yogaing.